Life responds unfailingly to the words we speak and the thoughts we hold. The invisible becomes visible, and the spoken word clothes itself in form. To manifest massive sums of money in 72 hours or less, one must first understand that money is not outside of you. It is already yours in the unseen, waiting for you to call it forth with conviction. Every word you declare is a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. If you say, "I am always provided for in miraculous ways," then the channels of supply open quickly and surely. If you say, "Large sums of money come to me in perfect ways, under grace," then money begins its swift journey to you, through avenues expected and unexpected. The universe is obedient to your spoken command when it is saturated with faith. Words and thoughts are not idle, they are forces alive with creative energy. Every thought you hold and every word you speak is like a seed cast into the invisible garden of life, and in due season that seed must take root and bear fruit. Many people carelessly speak of lack, limitation, and struggle, not realizing that with each negative declaration they are watering the weeds of poverty in their own experience. Yet when you choose to speak words of abundance and think thoughts of prosperity, you call forth a harvest of wealth that cannot fail to appear. The mind is a broadcasting station, sending out vibrations that are received by the great universal law. If you dwell on worry, you send worry out, and it must return. If you dwell on riches, you send out the frequency of riches, and the law of attraction has no choice but to echo back to you the very riches you have spoken and envisioned. Life is impartial. It mirrors exactly what you give it. You are the designer, the architect, and the builder of your fortune through the steady use of words and thoughts. Consider this. Every fortune that has ever been amassed first existed as an idea, a vision held firmly in the mind. The words spoken by the one who held that vision clothed it in energy and substance. A statement such as, "I am now open to receive unexpected wealth in miraculous ways," is not merely a wish, it is a command issued to the unseen. The universe listens, and the energy of supply begins to rearrange circumstances to bring your decree into form. The more you repeat it with unwavering faith, the faster the unseen forces rush to deliver it. But careless speech cancels out the harvest. If you declare abundance in one breath and complain of lack in the next, you uproot the seed before it has time to grow. It is like planting a garden and then trampling the soil each day, wondering why nothing blooms. Consistency is the key. Hold firm to your prosperous words, even when appearances seem to contradict them. For appearances are shadows, fleeting and powerless, while your word is substance, enduring and strong. When you understand that your word is law, you speak differently. No longer do you idly say, "I am broke," or "I can't afford that," for you know such statements will return to you multiplied. Instead, you affirm with conviction, "I am rich in substance, and money flows to me in divine order." You choose words that open doors, not words that close them. The mind that aligns with abundance and the tongue that declares it boldly soon witness the miracle of supply in visible form. Therefore, guard your words as treasures, for they are the builders of your fortune. Guard your thoughts as jewels, for they are the blueprint of your reality. Speak abundance, think abundance, and abundance must come, for the law never fails. Would you like me to now expand the second key point? Faith, not doubt, opens the channels for money in the same 500 word-flowing style. Of course, here's an expansion of the second key point in the style of Florence Scovel Shinn, written as a 500 word-flowing speech without subheadings. Faith is the golden key that opens every locked door of life. Without faith, words are empty shells, but with faith, they are alive, filled with power, and cannot return void. To manifest money or any form of good, one must stand unwavering in faith, refusing to be moved by appearances or temporary circumstances. Faith is not hoping or wishing. Faith is the inner knowing that what you have spoken is already yours in the unseen, and must soon appear in the scene. It is the conviction that divine supply never fails, and that your needs are met before you even ask. Doubt, on the other hand, is the great thief. It whispers, what if it doesn't work? What if the money doesn't come? And the moment you accept doubt, you slam shut the very channel through which your supply was rushing toward you. Doubt scatters energy, faith gathers it. Doubt delays manifestation, faith quickens it. To entertain doubt is to water the weeds of lack, but to persist in faith is to water the flowers of abundance. Therefore, when you declare, massive sums of money come to me now, you must hold to that declaration with absolute certainty, as if it were already accomplished. The universe responds not to half-hearted words, but to words that carry the vibration of conviction. When a person speaks in faith, they are not begging, pleading, or hoping. They are commanding with authority, knowing that unseen forces have already gone to work. Faith places no limits on how or when the money comes. It simply knows it is coming. This is why those who have true faith often receive money through unexpected channels, a forgotten debt repaid, a gift from a friend, a sudden business opportunity, or a stream of income that seemed to appear out of nowhere. Faith allows the infinite to surprise you with miracles. To live in faith is to train yourself to see beyond appearances. Even if your purse is empty, even if your bank account is low, you say, I am rich now, I am divinely supplied now. You do not deny the facts, but you deny their power over you, for you know they are temporary shadows. Faith does not waver when it sees lack, for it knows that lack is only an illusion waiting to be dissolved by the higher truth of abundance. Faith is the inner eye that sees what the outer eye cannot yet see. The more you practice faith, the stronger it grows. Every time you refuse to give in to fear and instead affirm abundance, you strengthen the channel through which supply flows. Faith is like a muscle. It grows with use. When you choose faith over doubt again and again, you build an unshakable confidence that nothing can disturb. Then money comes quickly, effortlessly, for you have become aligned with the law of abundance. Faith makes the unseen seen, the invisible visible, and the impossible possible. Would you like me to continue and expand the third key point, speaking as though you already have the money in the same way, 500 words without subheadings? Certainly. Here's an expansion of the third key point in the flowing, faith-filled style you like, written in about 500 words without subheadings. To speak as though you already have the money is to step into the divine law of creation, for the spoken word carries the vibration of reality. Life does not wait for proof. It responds to conviction. When you declare, I am wealthy now, I am prosperous now, I am divinely supplied now, you are not describing your present circumstances. You are commanding your future to take shape. The universe hears certainty, not doubt, and rushes to align with the picture you paint through your words. If you speak as though lack still rules, then lack obeys your voice. But when you speak as if riches are already in your hands, riches hasten their way to you, for life mirrors your inner declaration. The world is accustomed to speaking about what it sees. I do not have enough, I cannot afford this, money is scarce. Such words only multiply the condition of lack, because every word is a decree. To speak as though the money is already here is to step out of appearances and into truth. The truth is that abundance is ever present, waiting to manifest itself in form. By speaking in the present tense of wealth, you align your mind with the invisible supply that already exists for you. You no longer chase money, you draw it because you speak from the place of already having. When a person speaks with authority, life listens. If you repeat daily, large sums of money flow to me quickly and easily, you begin to feel the reality of those words. Your subconscious mind accepts them as truth, and once it does, it sets in motion circumstances and opportunities to bring them about. The subconscious cannot distinguish between fact and belief. It simply acts upon what you impress upon it. That is why speaking as though you already have what you desire is so powerful. It imprints the picture of wealth on the inner mind, and the outer world has no choice but to conform. The great error people make is waiting until they see results before they dare to speak abundance. But the law works in reverse. You must speak it first with faith, and then the results appear. To wait is to doubt, but to affirm boldly in the absence of proof is to demonstrate true mastery. When you say, "I am already rich," even while your pockets are empty, you are not lying. You are affirming the unseen truth that is on its way to being seen. Words spoken in faith are never wasted. They are charged with energy, and energy must crystallize into form. To live this way is to walk by faith and not by sight. Each time you speak wealth into your life, you are placing another brick into the foundation of your fortune. Each time you declare money is here, money draws nearer. The tongue is a powerful instrument of creation. If you use it to affirm abundance, you shall live in abundance. Speak as though you already have the money, and soon the outer world will rise to match the reality of your words. Would you like me to also expand the fourth key point? The how is not your concern. Divine intelligence arranges supply in the same style, 500 words. Here's the fourth key point, fully expanded in Florence Scovel Shinn style, written as a flowing 500-word speech without subheadings. One of the greatest secrets of manifestation is to release the question of how your good will come. The human mind is limited, bound by logic, past experiences, and narrow reasoning, but divine intelligence is unlimited, all-knowing, and all-powerful. When you speak your word for wealth, it is not your place to figure out the method or the channel. It is only your place to affirm, believe, and give thanks. The how belongs to a higher wisdom, a wisdom that sees every possible pathway and can orchestrate events with precision far beyond human understanding. Many people block their own supply because they insist on controlling the process. They say, "I will only get money if this job pays me more," or "it can only come through this person." By doing so, they close the infinite channels of supply and restrict themselves to one narrow doorway. But when you release the how, you open yourself to countless possibilities. Money can come through a gift, a sale, a business idea, a sudden refund, a forgotten debt repaid, or an opportunity that appears like a miracle. Divine intelligence is the great arranger, and its methods are always perfect. To worry about how is to slip into doubt, for worry says, "I do not believe it will come unless I see the way." Faith, however, declares, "It is already mine, and the way will be revealed at the right time." Faith rests while worry struggles. Faith is calm while worry is restless. The one who refuses to fret over the details finds their manifestation rushing toward them with ease, while the one who tries to force the process delays it through tension and fear. Consider nature itself. The farmer plants a seed and trusts the law to do the rest. He does not dig up the soil each day, demanding to see the roots growing. He knows that the unseen intelligence of the earth is at work, arranging conditions so the plant may rise. So it is with money. Your spoken word is the seed, faith is the soil, gratitude is the water, and divine intelligence is the sunshine that brings it into visible form. The farmer does his part, he plants the seed, and then he lets the law work. So too must you. Speak your word, hold the vision, and leave the method to the wisdom of the universe. Miracles happen when you release control. What seemed impossible suddenly unfolds in perfect order. Doors you never imagined open, people you never thought of appear, and opportunities arise that could not have been planned. This is the beauty of trusting divine intelligence. It knows the swiftest, easiest, and most harmonious way to deliver your wealth. Therefore, stand firm in your declaration, "I am divinely supplied. Massive sums of money are on their way to me now in perfect ways." Rest in the assurance that the how is not your concern. Your part is to believe, and the universe will handle the details. Would you like me to now expand the fifth key point? Gratitude amplifies and multiplies the flow of money in the same style, 500 words. Here's the fifth key point expanded in the style of Florence Scovel Shinn, written as a flowing 500-word speech without subheadings. Gratitude is the multiplying power of the universe. It is the invisible magnet that draws more of what you desire into your life. When you give thanks, not only for what you already have, but also for what is on its way, you signal to divine intelligence that you are ready to receive greater blessings. Gratitude is not merely good manners. It is a spiritual force that opens wide the gates of abundance. The grateful heart is a receiving heart, and the thankful word is a multiplying word. To complain is to cut off supply, for complaint is a declaration of dissatisfaction, and life gives you more of what you affirm. To say, "I never have enough money," is to close the channel, but to say, "I am so grateful for the money that is flowing to me now," is to open the channel wider and wider. Gratitude is faith in action. It declares, "I trust that my good is already here, and I rejoice in it now." When you rejoice in advance, you draw your good closer, for joy is the vibration of abundance. Think of gratitude as water for the seeds of your affirmations. Your spoken word plants the seed, but gratitude nourishes it, quickening its growth. Without gratitude, the seed lies dormant, but with gratitude, it springs up and multiplies. If you desire massive sums of money, begin by giving thanks daily, not only for the money you already see, but for the unseen supply that is rushing toward you. Say with feeling, "I am grateful for the overflowing wealth that is manifesting in my life now. I rejoice in the divine riches that are mine by right." Each time you speak such words, you increase the flow. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It takes your eyes off what appears to be missing and places them on the blessings already present. This shift in vision creates an atmosphere where more blessings must appear. A person who is constantly thankful finds that money, opportunities, and favors are drawn to them effortlessly. Gratitude makes you magnetic, for it aligns you with the universal law that says, "To him that hath, more shall be given." When you act as though you already have plenty and give thanks for it, more is added to you. It is a great mistake to wait until you receive before you give thanks. The secret is to give thanks before the evidence arrives. To say, "I am grateful that large sums of money are already mine," even before they appear, is to demonstrate unshakable faith. Gratitude is the language of expectation, and expectation is the seed of manifestation. The moment you begin to rejoice sincerely in advance, you set in motion unseen forces that cannot fail to deliver. Therefore, live in gratitude. Let every word be laced with thanksgiving, every thought colored by appreciation. Give thanks for the smallest coin as well as the largest fortune, and you will see your wealth multiply. Gratitude opens the storehouse of heaven and causes blessings to pour forth in ways beyond imagination. Would you like me to also expand the sixth key point? Wealth manifests in expected and unexpected ways when affirmed with conviction in the same 500-word style. Here's the sixth key point expanded in Florence Scovel Shinn's timeless style, written as a flowing 500-word speech without subheadings. Wealth does not always appear through the channels you expect, for divine supply is unlimited and cannot be confined to one avenue. When you affirm with conviction that large sums of money are flowing to you, you open the door to infinite possibilities. Money may arrive through your work, through a gift, through an unexpected check, through a sudden business opportunity, or through a path you could not have imagined. The law of abundance is not bound by your logic. It delights in surprising you with miracles. That is why it is so important to hold your affirmation with unwavering faith and allow the universe to choose the manner of delivery. Many people limit their good because they look only to one source. They say, "My salary is the only way I can receive money," or "Unless this person helps me, I will never prosper." But to depend on one channel is to cut yourself off from the infinite. Your job is not your source, People are not your source. They are merely instruments through which divine supply may flow. The true source is invisible, inexhaustible, and always ready to fill your cup. When one channel closes, another opens, often bringing you more than you imagined. When you speak your word with conviction, saying, "Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways," you give the law permission to surprise you. Opportunities begin to appear that you would have overlooked without your declaration. A casual conversation may lead to a profitable idea. A chance meeting may open the door to prosperity, or a forgotten investment may suddenly mature. What seemed ordinary becomes extraordinary, for faith transforms every circumstance into a channel for good. Conviction is the key. If you merely repeat words without belief, they carry no power, but if you declare with certainty, your words are charged with creative energy that must manifest. Life mirrors your inner conviction. If you speak of money with doubt, money hesitates. If you speak of money with authority, money rushes to obey. This is why some receive quickly and others wait. Those who receive are the ones who speak as masters, knowing that unseen forces are already working on their behalf. Never say, "I don't know where it will come from." Say instead, "It comes to me from every direction, easily and joyfully." Never say, "I can't see a way." Say instead, "Ways open for me in perfect order." Your word makes the way, and your conviction gives it life. Money is drawn to the one who knows it is theirs by right, not to the one who doubts and fears. Therefore, rejoice in the expected channels, your work, your business, your investments. But remain open to the unexpected, for often it is through the unexpected that the greatest blessings arrive. Declare daily, "I am open to receive wealth from all directions, under grace and in perfect ways." Live in expectation, speak with conviction, and wealth must appear, sometimes from the place you least imagined, but always right on time.